Great morning, everybody. Welcome to MD Radio. My name is Mark. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and put information in the comment section that's definitely be valuable to our discussion. I'm going to start doing this thing called a daily discussion. I'm not going to do it every single day, but if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, and it's something I can kind of talk on without a visual aid, I can do it by kind of multitasking. Right now I'm driving on my way to church. I'm going to start doing it. So, and I thought about it when I saw Derek's a comment, a question, and Derek, I definitely appreciate you posting things in the comment section. Joe, I appreciate you also doing the same thing. My buddy Chris, everybody who posts information in the comment section, and it helps to drive discussion. It gives me ideas because, not to say I run out of creativity, but, you know, certain things I don't think to do videos on or discuss because, not that I assume that, that everybody, it may be, something super basic that nobody wants to hear, but you never know, right? Because my goal is to appeal to, the average shooter in the DMV kind of area, targeted to, black folks. So not to say everybody else isn't, participate, but I want to make sure that, people of color, black folks know what they need to know as far as when it comes to firearms and how it can be of value, how we all can collectively be of value. So, any event going forward, Derek, I definitely appreciate the question about the process of getting concealed carry in Maryland. Derek, he says he lives in Baltimore. Now, I'll give you my understanding based on what I had to go through to get my CCW in Maryland. So, Maryland is a rather strict state, and it is not a shall issue, it is a may issue, which means that they don't have to give you the concealed carry. Now, most people believe that states that are considered may issue, like California, New York, a few other states in Maryland, that you can't get a concealed carry. States like California, actually, it's based on, I believe it's based on the county and the sheriff. But in Maryland, regardless, it goes to Pikesville when you submit your paperwork. So if you want to even, attempt to go through the process of getting your concealed carry, first thing you need to do is find an instructor, talk to an instructor, because instructors have different ways to make things happen. But I know that one of the key things, you either have to be a business owner, one, in law enforcement, two, or your life has to be, in jeopardy. You have to prove that, your life is at risk, something of that nature. Some people even say the caveat of owning a business, carrying cash. I've heard many things, but for me, since I am an entrepreneur, I own a business, I was able to get my CCW, just prove that I have a legitimate business, documentation, and I carry, cash, products, whatever it may be. So, but even in Maryland, if you are law enforcement, retired military police officer, county, state, federal, you just get a LEOSA license and you're good to go. But back to the Maryland. So I'm not saying that if you don't own a business, if your life isn't in jeopardy, or you're in a position, or something to that nature, that you can't get one. But I've heard that it's quite difficult. So let me just go through my process. So, of course, I had my business for a while. You prove that, your business is profitable, that you have documentation, blah, 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 blah. Talk to an instructor, and it's good to have an instructor who's skilled at helping people get the concealed carry in Maryland. I definitely have an instructor that I'll give you his contact information. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. But he'll give you all the documentation you need to fill out, because you're going to have to do some training hours, fill out some paperwork. And then, of course, you have to go onto Maryland State Police website. I believe it's under the licensing division, and you're going to fill out the handgun. It's called a handgun paperwork for, what is it? Yes, it's a handgun paperwork. So when you fill out the information to carry a firearm, it's gonna be multiple tabs. You can select security, body armor, blah 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 blah. But you're gonna select the handgun permit one. And once you select that handgun permit paperwork, you are going to make sure you have your passport photo, and you're going to submit this document with your completed hours of training, your $75 check, because it's going to be original, and you're going to mark original in the form, bank statements, your live scan. I believe it's the live scan number for when you get your fingerprints done, because you're going to have to get live scan fingerprints done, and your business information. So I submitted my EIN number, documents as far as me going to the bank, and they're going to ask what's the purpose on the line and the sheet before you submit it, because I own a business and I carry cash. Whatever your explanation when you want to, just keep it really short and simple, specific. Now, you're going to have to wait about 30 to 90 days before somebody from the state police gets back to you. And if I'm not mistaken, not only do you get assigned somebody from the state police, I believe somebody either from, don't give me lying, I'm sorry, but I believe somebody from this district attorney's office, state attorney's office, or somebody from the state police, something of that nature. They're going to come out and interview you. So, and you do not want to miss that interview. You miss the interview, you're going to have to start all over again. So when you go to the interview, I talked about, you're going to explain to the individual, I explained to the young lady, I believe her name is Miss Rose, why I wanted to conceal carry, why I needed to conceal carry, and she takes into consideration. She wants to see proof of your business information. You're going to go over the paperwork with her. She's going to ask you the same questions that are on the paperwork, he or she, and then you wait another 30 days, and the state trooper who's assigned to your case, they're going to go through the information as well, evaluate whether you need the concealed carry or not. Talked to him on the phone. The guy he was kind of a butt. He lost my paperwork, and it should have been 4 months, but it actually took 6 because he said he didn't get my documentation, but I proved an email that I sent to him, so I had to resend him some more information. It wasn't super hard, but it took like 6 months, and I got it. So that's the process. Some people are kind of turned off because you're going to have to pay an instructor, I guess, depending on how much they charge, between $100 to $200 for your training. It could be more. You got to pay Maryland $75. You're going to have to get your passport photos. You're also going to have to, what is it? I can't think. Get all your business docs. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but it's stuff you can do like in a week or less. So, Derek, if you don't own a business, try it anyway to see what happens. So you never know, especially with DC being as lenient as they are with the concealed carry, even though they have a lot of stipulations. Why not try to see what happens? So many people, when I actually went to go get my concealed carry from Maryland, so many people said, "Oh man, you're not going to get it. You shouldn't do it." Don't let somebody tell you what you can or can't do. If you think you can do it, you can do it. If you think you can't do it. You're both right. So I forgot who said that. The famous individual said that, not famous, but a well-respected gentleman said that, and I believe that to be true. I believe it was Henry Ford. So go try it, go see what happens. But I will tell you this: you may want to go and get a out-of-state concealed carry first. And the reason I'm gonna say this is because on the form, when you fill it out for Maryland, well, not just Maryland, if you go to try and get a concealed carry in a different state, they always ask you, have you ever been denied a CCW, I believe, in a different state? And I would not want to have to put yes on that form. And what I mean by that is this. So if you go to get your DC, or you go to get a Florida one, or Utah, I believe they may ask you, have you ever been denied a concealed carry? And I'm not sure that will hurt you if you put, yes, I would deny it in Maryland, in worst case scenario. So what I would do is go get a DC. DC takes less than 4 months to do. Get your DC concealed carry. The first gun to let you register for free. The rest is $13 a firearm. And even though it's expensive and it's so silly, the process, because they're about the money, just go do it anyway. And also, when you fill out your paperwork for DC, my range, Maryland Small Arms, they tend to do a Utah class. So Utah, I believe it's 5 years for the Utah CCW, and it's rather inexpensive. The DC, you have reciprocity in about 30 something states. So go get your Utah, and go get your DC, because Maryland is iffy, and then get the Maryland. Then some people may say, well, why do I need 3 CCWs? Well, because of where you live. Because if you get a Maryland CCW, DC doesn't honor it. I don't know when they will. They should honor it, but they don't honor it. Virginia recognizes anybody's concealed carry. So get the Utah. Utah is super simple. It's cheap. Takes no time. Pretty much fill out paperwork saying, hey, I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm not a criminal. Boom, you got it. So, but with that being said, gratefully they gave you some insight. And, if I missed anything, please make sure you notate it in the comments section. Also, if there's any questions or anything or anything you want to discuss, anybody want me to discuss, please drop it in the comment section below. You guys have a wonderful and blessed and amazing day. Please like, share, subscribe. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.